everybody, welcome to my channel, and I say that because I have a lot of new subscribers, so thank you so much for joining me, me and Mona. Thank you. I hope you guys know what you've gotten yourselves into. Just wait and find out. So I was looking online yesterday and I was trying to find a Camp NaNoWriMo tag for this year and I couldn't find one, so I thought, you know what? I should just make one. I know we're still 2 weeks out, but technically I think this is Nano Prep Month. I don't know. And I just thought this would be a cool way to get everybody in the spirit. As I've mentioned a few times now, Camp NaNoWriMo is absolutely my favorite. I just love the energy. I love that it means summer is coming or that summer is here. I think I like April more though, because it means, you know, warmer days are on the way. Whereas NaNoWriMo just means colder days are coming, which I like snow, but sidetrack. So I thought I would make a Camp NaNoWriMo 2018 writing tag, or just Camp NaNoWriMo tag, and I hope you guys like it, and I certainly hope you guys participate. I love watching these kind of videos. I love seeing what everyone else is doing. I'm super nosy that way. So if you decide to do this tag, definitely let me know in the comments below and I will go check out your video. So number one's a pretty obvious one, but what are you working on? So for Camp NaNoWriMo this year, I'm gonna be working on the same thing I've been working on the past year and a half, no, not quite year and a half, year and a couple months, which is Guardians of the Skulls, and I will be revising. If you don't know what my project's about, I've talked about it a few times. I even have a Guardians of the Skulls playlist. I will link that below or in the little information tab. I don't know what side it's gonna be on. So go check that out. Basically, it is a young adult action adventure book that revolves around the legend of the Crystal Skulls. And I am in the process of revising it. I'm still on chapter 1. Feel free to watch my writing confession to see why. But yeah, I've written the first draft and now I'm on the second draft. Number 2, how many camps have you participated in? This will be my 3rd camp total and my 2nd April camp. I'm very excited to compare it to last year. I've mentioned before that every Camp NaNoWriMo and NaNoWriMo event, I get better. Last NaNoWriMo, I did more than I've done in the camps. So I'm thinking this year is gonna be my year. I'm gonna hit my goal. I can just tell. I can tell. Number 3, how will you be tracking your progress? So I've mentioned before, the wonderful thing about camp is that you can set your own goals and your own measurement of success. And so since I'm revising, I'm going to be tracking by hours spent working on my book instead of word count, because with revising, there's a lot of deleting going on, a lot of adding going on. Sometimes you're working on character development, so you're not exactly getting words on the page. So I'm gonna be doing it in measurements of time. And I have set my goal to, is that my next question? No, okay. I've set my goal to 30 hours, so about an hour a day. Now sometimes life gets in the way and maybe I miss an hour during the week. That just means 2 more hours, you know, on a weekend day, and that's perfectly fine. You know, writing is supposed to be fun. I don't know if anyone's ever told you. So if you have to alter your daily goal just to fit in a busy week, that's perfectly fine. I think getting discouraged about goals is the #1 setback people have with not reaching them. So I'm a pretty flexible person. I'm not super strict. As long as I meet my weekly goal, like I just want to make sure I stay enough on track that I don't fall way behind. Number 4, what's in your bag? I tried to be clever. I couldn't think of clever things for the other one. So if you have clever little intros, feel free to add it. AKA, what are your writing musts? Now I added this one because I know a lot of people have things that they just have to have. Like they have to be, you know, eating Twizzlers. They have to be sipping tea. I don't know. I wouldn't say I have a must just because I'm used to writing in a lot of different areas, but I do have somewhat of a routine. You know, I like to sit down and get in the mood, get inspired by watching a writing video on YouTube. Sometimes that can be dangerous, it can be distracting, so I try to make sure I only watch like one. And I really like to also listen to ambient sounds, so like fireplace crackling or a storm. Extra points for a storm with a fireplace, like that's. And then I do like to sip tea in the beginning, just kind of while I'm putting myself in the mood. I don't drink tea normally any other time, and so I've realized that if I have tea when I'm not sitting down to write, I suddenly get the urge. So I've definitely conditioned myself a little bit, which is not a bad thing. Number 5, what kind of cabin are you in? And how did you choose your cabin? And if you don't have a cabin, why didn't you choose your cabin? Or why didn't you have a cabin? You know what I mean. I am in the best cabin of all time, and that is a cabin full of author tubers. Kate Kavanaugh put out on Twitter that she would love to create a cabin of other people who write and also make YouTube videos. So I joined that cabin and it's great. It's full of all of these author tubers that I already followed, pretty much everyone. So it's people I already know and talk to. And it's just a really awesome community anyway. But yeah, I'm excited to, I don't know, just be in a cabin full of other people who also make videos so they understand the struggle that comes with trying to do 2 things at once, on top of working and school and all that stuff. So I'm really excited this year for my cabin. I had a good cabin in the past. I've had cabins that were pretty dead, and that's always disappointing when no one else is talking. And then I've never had a cabin that was super productive, so maybe this will be the year. But I've heard that some cabins can be over competitive. That's why I think it's great to choose your own cabin. You can go on the Camp NaNoWriMo forums, and there's people constantly looking for other cabin mates similar to them, whether it's the genre, whether it's the goal you're setting, whether it's, I don't know, the type of writer you want. They have one for literally everything. So if you want like-minded people in your cabin, definitely go check that out. Or I think the first year I just did random assignment and I got put in with just random people, but that was still really fun because I got to, you know, talk to people who were working on very different things. Number 6, Camp NaNoWriMo versus Nano. What do you do differently, if anything, and which do you prefer? I wrote this question and I didn't even really think of my own answer. I don't think I do anything too differently. I mostly write at night. Even though it's not like I prefer that, that's when I'm free. I guess the biggest difference with Camp NaNoWriMo and NaNoWriMo for me is with Camp NaNoWriMo, I feel, even though not as many people do it, I feel the community is much more engaged. With NaNoWriMo, everyone kind of just holds themselves in on their own project, which is fine, just because you've got this huge goal you're trying to meet, whereas Camp is a little bit more lax, and I feel people are talking more and they're having more fun. I don't know. So I prefer I prefer Camp NaNoWriMo for that aspect. I just like the community involvement. My first Camp NaNoWriMo is how I met a lot of author tubers who are also making videos, and I just got to know them, and I don't know, it's just a better time. I love camp. So that's it for my questions. I wanted to keep it short. Please feel free to add your own questions or alter questions or take away questions. I don't really care. This is just supposed to be a fun little tag. As far as people I'm going to tag all of my cabin mates. And I'll be doing a whole other video during Camp NaNoWriMo where I talk about my cabin mates and give them little plugs. So be on the lookout for that. But for now, I'm going to tag everybody in the description below. And I hope you guys enjoyed this. And please, like I said, let me know if you do this. I would love to watch your videos. Okay, bye everybody.